Hello and welcome to my Scrabble channel. In this game, I will be playing NASPA Expert Michael Fagen. As you can see, he's also won the championship, the North American Championship once, and he has a rating of 1921. The only thing I'll say about him is that going into this game, I knew that he's infamously let some questionable plays go, and so I kind of had that in the back of my mind, but I also didn't want to kind of manufacture a phony or feel like I had to play a phony against him either, because he is perfectly also capable of challenging phonies. But I was thinking, well, maybe the adjustment is just that I'll be slightly more, if I'm unsure of something, maybe I'll be slightly more likely to just go for it. That was the adjustment I was making in my head. I don't think that actually came into play in this game, and I played Coombe here. I went first. I think Coombe is probably the correct play. It is a good question about what the best placement is for this play. I played it in the middle. I'm kind of wondering why one would play it to the left on f8. I think this is the correct placement because between the C, the W, and the M, the least likely to have an 8-letter word starting with it is going to be the W. So I think this is right, but I don't know. Anyway, he plays mid. I played Vodon. And you can see already this is turning into being somewhat of a closed board. I'm not really great at closed board positions. It's kind of a weakness of mine. So we'll see if that makes a difference in this game. But Fagen doesn't actually keep it closed. He plays often, which is a board opening play. But I unfortunately did draw the cube, but I have caddy, so if there's caddy plays anywhere, but it doesn't look like it does. Did I find Ixia? I did. I found Ixia. Good on me for finding that. He finds Paranoia, which wasn't happy to see this, but I didn't even hold it because I was like, yeah, I know that's a word. Just a Val dump play, but a good find on his part. Key for 30, not much to think about. He plays Wood. I'm just making all the best plays, so let's see if this keeps up the whole game. I mean, I'm sure it's not going to keep up the whole game, but so far so good is what I'm saying. This is probably going to be an interesting position or decision on my part. So the play I made here was lagged for 10. So the idea here is that keeps K in. The idea with lagged is I wanted to block bingos to the D, and I also wanted to get some tile turnover because both blanks are still out, and we're about, you can see there's less than 50 tiles left in the bag. So I think a lagged has that going for it, but let's take a look. Yeah, Gleek. I mean, that actually does block more, and then also here. So Gleek does block more and it scores better. So, and AGN is actually pretty decent leave. So yeah, this was just a miss on my part. Anyway, I don't want to obsess too much about that play. Let's move on. He plays thy, so obviously he's getting close to a bingo with all these fishy plays. No I for sneakily. I played keenly for 25. I think that's defensible. He plays high somewhere. Okay, 32. So yeah, now he's got a pretty good lead. What is that? 26-point lead. It's not huge, but enough to make me feel uncomfortable. And if I don't have a good rack, it's going to be bad. I'm trying to figure out what this rack is. Oh, I might have a bingo on this rack, but with 3 A's and 2 S's, that's going to be pretty low probability. So I'm not going to beat myself up if I missed a bingo here. I didn't miss a bingo. Okay. Well, I guess the board is closed enough so that, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's probably a bingo in here, but it just doesn't play anywhere. Yeah, there's Casada, Astasia, and Sataras. Let's see if I know these words. I don't know Casada, so I'll add that one. Satara. Alright, I'll just add a Casara. Oh, Casata. I did not know this word of Casata. What does it mean? Oh, ice cream. Okay. Let me add this before I forget. So yeah, this is a closed board. I always have trouble with these closed boards. One of the reasons I have trouble is because oh, I forgot my train of thought there. Yeah, I'm not used to playing closed boards. It's not really my favorite way to play Scrabble, and you score less on closed boards. It's just a lot of reasons I don't enjoy playing closed positions. So I was in a position I wasn't used to. I wasn't really sure what to do here. I did actually go with this play of ABBA's though, because I liked it because it scores decent, 18 points, and it does open a lane, but the lane it creates isn't great, is the problem. Because it's not going to hit anything, and it's going to be difficult to land because with my letters it needs to end with a T or like an N, and it's not easy to end with those letters, especially if you're keeping 2 A's. So yeah, I'm not sure. There may have been a better play here than ABBA's. Let me know in the comments below. So I think he caught on to what was happening, and he did his best to block with Frapp. That was actually a good move on his part. And I did not see aquatics. This was the game losing play. Was not seeing that. Instead I played Ha for 15. He plays Bai. And this time I did land a bingo. What did I find here? So I found Fistular. And that did hit the double, so that was nice. So I'm up 293 to 250, is that right? 253. But he bingoes back with Lintiest, and all of a sudden, like, I'm already screwed. So I missed Dolsai. That's a word I should be able to see. What is Dolsai? Yeah, that would have been the best play for sure. Either Dolsai or Dulce. Either of those would have been fine. I only found Orcs, so that's a 16-point miss. And Orcs went where? So yeah, I guess that's why. I mean, I guess there is some logic to Orcs. I'm wanting to open up some lanes to give myself a chance to bingoing still. So there is logic to that. He plays Uzo, so he's giving me one shot, and unfortunately my rack was not good enough to bingo. He plays Ogive somewhere. Oh. So I just played Jerried for 33. And he plays Rez. Yeah, that would have been better than what I played. What did I play here? I played for 16 points. Plays Tau for 6. And the game ended with a score of 422. He misscored something, I'm sure. So he misscored by 3, not a huge amount. And to 378. 3 points didn't matter in this game. And yeah. It was a loss. I wasn't really too worried about it at this point. But you can see as the day went on, started losing more and more games. I'm sure that did have an effect on my psychology, even though, you know, as much as you try to not let it affect your next games, when you lose enough games in a row, it does start to feel discouraging. All right, that's it for today. If you have any comments, put them down below. Thanks for watching. Please like. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.